So, my Notre Dame Fighting Irish boys took care of business last night. Yes, sir. For the first ever 12-team playoff, college football team playoff, Notre Dame squared off at home in South Bend, Indiana against none other than the in-state Indiana Hoosiers. And man, let's just say this game was a blowout, man. I mean, of course, if we look at the score 27-17, it looks like it was closer than it actually was. But in real life, man, Notre Dame dominated and controlled this game from the start. I mean, the first couple drives, both teams went back and forth with punts. But after getting pinned on their own 2-yard line and the 98-yard run from Jeremiah Love that was just crazy, I think Notre Dame basically, I watched Notre Dame take control from that point on in the game. I mean, I'm going to be totally honest, man. Indiana should have not been in this game, bro. Like, so all of the upset Alabama fans, Miami fans, Ole Miss, and South Carolina fans, I can understand your gripe. I don't think that this would ever occur in college football again. Let's get it. Coach Cinetti, and Indiana, they had a great season, bro. They had a real good season. One loss, it's hard to keep them out of the playoffs. But let's be honest, bro. They played the lower-ranked teams in the Big Ten. I mean, it's not to their... They didn't schedule them, but they played who they had scheduled. But, bro, they didn't play anybody all year. The teams they played in the Big Ten were not the top-tier quality teams of the Big Ten. They played one team of top-tier, quote-unquote, let's use air quotations, top-tier capability, which was Ohio State, and they got blasted, bro. Michigan blasted them. When they played Michigan, Michigan didn't blast them because, of course, they beat them, but it's just the way they play against top-tier teams shows you that Indiana did not belong in this game. I would have much rather seen Alabama or Ole Miss or South Carolina coming to Notre Dame, South Bend to play us in that game. It would have been a much more competitive game, I can say that. I'm not complaining. We moved on. We will be meeting Georgia in the next round in the Sugar Bowl, I think in New Orleans, for the quarterfinals matchup without their starting quarterback, Carson Beck. This should be interesting because, again, Notre Dame defensively played lights out. They gave up some garbage time touchdowns there late in the fourth, an onside kick that led to another score, which had me just livid because I wanted us to keep them shut out with no touchdowns on the board. But, man, like I said, Notre Dame done what us as fans, Notre Dame fans, expected them to do. Ever since we lost earlier this year to Northern Illinois, we have been a dominant team, very dominant. Number-wise, Riley Leonard played a great game. He had 201 passing yards, passed for 1 touchdown. He also rushed for a touchdown. This is what I would say about Jeremiah Love. He had 8 carries, 108 yards, 1 touchdown. But we all know that he gained 98 of those 108 yards on 1 carry. So he only had 10 yards outside of that one big play. I don't know if they were trying to limit his carries to keep, the wear and tear on him for the next games or the games coming in the future of the playoffs. That's something to watch here with the coaches and these teams going further on in the playoffs. If they're going to try, like, let's say Boise State's beating the shit out of SMU or Penn State, and will they rest Genty for the next round to go ahead and not put as much wear and tear on them? That's something to see. I think Notre Dame kind of did that yesterday. Marcus Freeman was trying to limit the touches of Love after we were in control of the game for most of the game. I mean, most of the game, Notre Dame led by 17 points, 20-3 most of the second half and going into it. So, like I said, we had the game in hands the whole game. Faison had 7 receptions for 89 yards. And on the other side of the board, Rourke, he threw for 215, 2 touchdowns. But again, those came late in the fourth. Most of those passing yards came late as well. Ellison pretty much was shut out, 37 yards on 11 attempts. And Surratt, he played a pretty good game, 4 receptions for 67 yards. But again, it just wasn't enough to get the job done. We beat the actual snot out of them. It was a cold game. It looked like it was brutally cold. Notre Dame came out pre-games with no shirts on, warm-ups with no shirts, like they were ready for war. But, man, like I said, man, I knew this would happen. We beat the snot out of them. I expect us to actually dominate Georgia as well. I know a lot of Georgia fans to get up under this video and tell me I'm tripping and I'm crazy. But without Carson Beck, I know a lot of Georgia fans are anticipating Gunnar Stockton and thinking they have a better chance at winning without Carson Beck. I have a lot of comments under my video saying Carson Beck was throwing more interceptions than touchdowns. He was hindering our team. A lot of Georgia fans felt like Gunnar Stockton should have been starting over Beck to start the season. Beck only got the job because of experience. But bro, I'm gonna tell you this: if Beck was doing that bad, I question if he was really genuinely doing that bad. Why didn't the Georgia coaching staff make this change already? If Gunnar Stockton is so prepared and so much better than Carson Beck, why didn't Georgia, Kirby Smart, and the staff just pull Beck, put Gunnar Stockton in because he gives them a better chance to win? So I don't know if that's the truth. We will see. We will see. But what I'm telling you is I expect Notre Dame to dominate Georgia as well. I don't think Georgia will be able to do anything with us offensively matched up against our defense. And I feel like Love, Riley, our offense will be able to do enough against their defense to win the game. So I'm sorry. I really think we're going to dominate Georgia. So Georgia fans, get up under the video. Let me know what you think. But outside of that, get in the comment section and let me know. How did you feel about this video? How did you feel about the first ever 12-team playoff in college campuses? I think that shit was great, bro. It was like nostalgic, especially fitting for it to be on Notre Dame's campus, one of the most historic college football teams to open up the first ever college football 12-team playoff format in home team formats, where an actual home team gets to play a playoff game on their college campus. I thought it was pretty dope that it started at Notre Dame and in South Bend. I really wish that it would have been a snow game, but hey, it snowed much of the day leading up to the game. But I thought the game was a good game. Well, let me shut up. It wasn't a good game. It was a barn burner. It was a sleeper, a snorer of a game. But I still watched every snap, every play because it was my squad. But I think we actually dominated and beat the snot out of Indiana Hoosiers. So, yeah, their season is done. We're moving on to the next round. Quarterfinals, we'll be meeting Georgia in New Orleans in the Sugar Bowl. But until then, like I said, get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy the game? Was this the result you were looking to see? I know a lot of people were in my comments saying they expected Indiana to win this game. That didn't happen. But get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Some random sports dude, always here with my opinion as long as I have a microphone. And until next time, please like, share, comment on the video. And Some Random Sports Dude is out. Oh, how could I forget this? I'm sorry, guys. I had to come back just to say this. And this is maybe the petty fan in me. This is maybe the petty fan. But Coach Cignetti, what were you thinking doing that pregame? The pregame commentary, whatever, with the college game day stuff? Like, bro, this was literally like 2 hours, an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes before kickoff. You leave your team to come do a pre-game conference to where you're basically taunting, let's say lighting the fire under Notre Dame. If Notre Dame was watching that in the locker room or got any wind of that prior to the game, bro, all you did was light a fire under the Fighting Irish to come out there and beat y'all ass even more. Like, what was this guy thinking doing this pre-game? I don't even know what to call it, bro. An interview? It wasn't an interview. He basically got up there just to taunt us and talk shit, to talk Notre Dame before the game. Like, bro, any head coaches that seen that before the game, please don't ever pull that move. I don't know what he thought. I don't know if he was really feeling himself that much, or Coach Cignetti is really that much of a, like, I know this guy's a fiery dude, but bro, don't ever do that again. That was so disrespectful. But until next time, guys, tell Coach Cignetti to figure out what he's doing and go recruit and shit, because dog, don't ever come in our house and disrespect us like that again. That shit was asinine. Asinine. But I'm out, guys.